Let me just watch this goal quick.
Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RDA. This is your Manchester United vs Roma match reaction. We threw to the final, boys, but we fucking lost today. We lost, and somehow, someway, only United, only my team that I support in the world, can make a 6-2 aggregate scoreline. Make me shit my pants because without Big David today, without Big David. Oh, we're not seeing the final. Oh, we are not seeing the final. But anyways, these bastards, they want to give me heart attacks every game. I've learned to accept it. If you are new to subscribe, smash a like. Gentlemen, we threw to the final, but what are your thoughts on that game?
Now those always has to be boxed up with United. It can't be any other way. Look, I'll start off with the negatives because even though it was quite crap, I want to end off on a positive note. I understand experimenting, because there's no jeopardy in this game. No, not really. So I understand it, but I don't agree with all I did today. Like, I just didn't get it. I really don't. Why the fuck is Donny van de Beek playing on the left?
Hey.
Like, what? I mean, we could have all predicted that, okay, he doesn't like Donny in the midfield. So maybe he'll do something else. He will put Pogba there. I think some people expected that. They even had Flex in the United States say that. But then the obvious one was maybe more on the right. I don't know, on the left. Only Ole Gunnar Solskjaer can do that. And for me, it was a disaster. It was an absolute train wreck. Because the thing is, I feel like Donny van de Beek is in no way fit to play like Paul Pogba. And I just don't get what his agenda with Donny van de Beek in the midfield is. Because when I look at this game today, I felt like what Donny needed to do was what Pogba's been doing every single game on the left. What Pogba needed to do is what Donny excels at. But for some weird reason, Ole does not see that. Because when you play Pogba that deep and there's no runners like Rashford and Greenwood, you're limiting him to retaining the ball and being press resistant. Who's good at that? It's Donny freaking van de Beek. He's perfect at that. He's strong on the ball. He'll keep it moving. That's what Pogba did today, really. I saw him push up like a little in the first 5 minutes, but besides that, Pogba was just passing it around and getting the ball moving, and that's what Donny does. And then on the left wing, we need someone to stick on the wing, so we have more pace, we have an outlet. Pogba doesn't completely do that, but then he doesn't neglect the left wing. I feel like Donny was really there. He's a midfielder. He would keep getting pulled into the midfield. And when he's by the wing, he can't take on players. He's not that type of player. Pogba's probably more of a midfielder, but he's got the power, the running power. He's got the body. And it just didn't make any sense to me. And we just looked disjointed in the first half. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know who was playing who. At times, it looked like Cavani was a winger. At times, Bruno was a strike. I just didn't know what the fuck was going on more so in that first half. And, I just don't know what he was thinking, honestly, because this seemed like a simple game to me. And on top of that, the negativity. Oh my gosh. We're winning freaking 6-2. Winning 6-2. Just, you should show up here. This game's over. There's no way they should be coming back. This game's over. You should show up here and show the world what we're aspiring to be. What we've been playing more recently, more so in second halves, but that type of football. You put Pogba on the wing, you put Greenwood on the other side, you put Cavani at the front, and you go with them. And I think we could have dismantled Roma if we did that. I don't think Roma get the chance to do what they almost did, because the game's over in the first half, because we have that much talent. But no, even when we're winning 6-2, the man wants to be a coward. We were so negative. Like, I was seeing us coming so deep. I was seeing Greenwood coming deep. We didn't care. We were letting Roma have the ball. We're not interested. We're here to just get the job done. You have a 4-goal advantage.
Yep.
What the heck is wrong with you? So I'm just very disappointed in Ole's approach today. And second half, the defense decided that they're going to show us what they're really made of. And it was just a train wreck.
Hey,
I mean,
It
that's
was a
on Ole.
train wreck
That's 100%
at the
on Ole.
back. Okay, I will blame Ole. But at the same time, these players, I don't know what's going on. It seemed like they just decided they're in the final. because I felt like there was just no heart anymore. Honestly, it was so lackluster. And at the end of the day, we have quality players. We can make one pass and Cavani can go into a goal, and that's what saved us. But and okay, I'm forgetting David De Gea. He really saved us today. But also having a good striker and having a Bruno to do those that come up with that one moment helped us. But beside that, I thought we were horrible today, and I don't expect us to play like that in the final. I really don't. But if we do, yeah,
That's exactly what I was thinking. That's the only reason I'm not happy today. Because I'm just thinking, oh God, we're going to play like that in the final.
having said I'm going to
Most
talk
part,
about.
there's no excuses
Shite.
for that performance, guys. We had a rest. There's no
Exactly.
excuse for that performance.
It is.
I even said I'm going to talk about positives, but I couldn't because there really isn't. The only positives that win the final.
Here's the
the
positive.
only
This
positive,
this
really.
man and that man. And that's it. That's it. Yeah. Because
Basically, yeah.
those two today, finished. Out. We gonna choke a 6-2 aggregate score. We were gonna choke it. He made 10 saves today. 10 big saves. Not even shithouse saves. 10 big saves. So, woof. Count our blessings. Good. But if we play like that in the final, I'm gonna say this now before we'll have our preview or whatever. But if we play like this in the final, we're gonna lose. And what I've seen today doesn't convince me that we're gonna win this Europa League. I know it's not against Arsenal. I know it's against Villarreal, but that actually scares me even more because I feel like we will be complacent to Villarreal and we're gonna get smacked.
The reason I'm still confident is because I don't expect us to play like this in the final. I don't expect us to experiment like this. But I'm just shocked at the thinking that this was a good idea what we did today. That's what shocks me the most.
But well, Clayton's gonna say this anyways now when he speaks. But this is also Ollie's fault because we said this. Like when you Donny, all these players had to play today, but when you don't play them for the whole season and now you throw them in, they're gonna be rusty. What I seen from Bailly, Tellers, Williams, Donny on the left was rusty, crusty ballers. So that was shocking. But they should have played today, and they had to play today. So, but my God, it nearly costed us. But yeah, Clay.
Yeah, one thing that you didn't touch on again was Oddie subs. I can't get into the mind of him. If he had the plan of subbing off Aaron and Shaw at half time, that
I was
means he
like,
didn't
sub them
intend to
back
go.
on.
They should have started. Williams and Tellez should have started today, admittedly. As shit as they were, I would have been a lot more comfortable seeing them on at the beginning of the game rather than seeing Ollie going, we have to force a change now. And it's already too late because Aaron's already got his yellow and he's banned for the final, alright? So, that was very poor for him, considering that was his one job. And if Aaron's only going to play, he's not going to play in the final, play in the full 90, that's also an option.
No, you will play in the final. You will play in the final.
Wasn't it 2 yellows now? Isn't it
I
suspension?
don't think. I think Aaron will play in the final.
But yeah, I don't know. But I didn't like it.
To get a yellow. Maybe it was to give all a benefit of the
second
doubt. Maybe he was avoiding that for once in his life.
Yeah,
For once,
maybe.
he actually. But I could have sworn I heard them say it was banned.
If Aaron's
But-
banned, oh God.
Yeah,
Oh,
if Aaron's
God.
banned, it's late. Let me just double check this quick.
Yeah.
But as I was saying, I didn't like the subs. Bruno played way too long. Pogba played way too long. Again, the two very key players for us. And Bruno was actually really good today as well, I think. One of the few good performers. And just seeing our key players be driven into the ground is very frustrating, especially considering our Liverpool fixture got announced. And we have quite literally a triple game week coming up. 3 games over the span of 7
It's like
days for
Sunday.
United.
It's like Sunday, Tuesday,
And
Thursday,
Thursday.
or something. Yeah. Sunday,
Yeah,
Tuesday, Thursday,
it's
something.
ridiculous. We have a very, very tight schedule, and players like Pogba and Bruno, who are going to win us those games, need to be fully rested. We have a 3-goal cushion. A 3-goal cushion.
We didn't see
That's
Ahmad
enough
today.
to give Bruno
We didn't
and
even see
Pogba.
Ahmad.
100%. 100%.
I should have come on much earlier.
Things like that should have happened, and we didn't see any of that, and I don't understand it. Okay, yeah, Aaron only got 1 yellow card, thank goodness.
Yeah. That's
Thinking is just like I swear in all his mind, 1 + 1 = 4. Because
It does something.
I swear, because Pogba's having a shit game. He's been playing on the left. Donny has played well in the midfield before. It's half time. The logical thing to do
Dude,
is to
I was
switch
saying
them
it. If you
around.
got my
Yeah, I was thinking
statuses,
as well.
I was saying, switch, fuck's sakes, dude. Switch them, I beg. Pogba left wing, Donny in the pivot. I beg, switch them. They both
Like,
dead on
it's
the
45
sides.
minutes, bro. You saw it. It didn't work. Just do what works. It's fine.
Exactly.
It'll work.
Yeah. And
It's
I
just something
honestly
interesting.
hate Pogba in the pivot. I hate it. The way he has to play in the pivot is shocking. I
It
like
limits
him.
him.
Leave him left wing. Leave him. Just leave him. Let him do his thing. Let him run the game. And he'll boss it. But God.
If you're not gonna play him, at least then play him more box to box next to Bruno.
Yeah.
To just let him sit there, like it's just he disappears out of the game.
Yeah. And we all know, we've said this. Pogba, if he plays in that pivot and he has to do defensive stuff, he's going to be a hazard. He will be a hazard. I'm not saying it was a hazard today, but like, you lose everything Pogba is made to be. You lose everything that Pogba does to win us the game. You know, so, oh my God, we got away with the. I don't think people realize how much we got away with it today. Because of the aggregate score, because we're in the final, all the excitement and stuff. I actually don't think people realize how close we were to somehow choking a 6-2 lead. It was ridiculous. And they should have. Roma should have had like 10 today. They should have had 10 goals today. But because of David De Gea, we're in the final. We're in the final.
Yeah, no, remember, like I was shocked the amount of chances we gave to Roma, honestly, and yeah, David saved us again. He doesn't do this consistently. Life is his problem, but he tends to turn up with these inspired performances. Remember a similar one against Tottenham last year, where it just seemed like nothing could go past him.
I'll never forget the Arsenal game.
Oh
What,
yeah,
like
the
2,
Arsenal
3
game.
seasons
And you know
ago?
what?
That
The other
was
thing
so
I was
good.
thinking about, I was thinking about, if we play, my mind started panicking. I was like, if we play like this in the final, we're gonna choke it. We're not gonna win a trophy, and then we're gonna go to Champions League, and we're gonna play like that in the Champions League, and we're gonna get. That's the whole reason we're in the Europa League, because we play like this. Look at this. How do you let this happen? No wonder we're in the Europa League. Oh my God,
We were
man.
back to Leipzig.
Oh my God,
In that
it
second
was
half, defensively.
ridiculous. That was disgraceful. I hope they're not excited in the dressing room. I hope they're not happy.
They will
They,
be, you know.
They need, yeah, but then Bruno won't be happy because Bruno knows. Bruno won't be happy. He'll be like, guys, what the fuck
At the end
happened
of the
today?
day,
They need telling
they
off.
must celebrate going to the final. And from the players' point of view, if Ola did ask them to shithouse this game and be defensive, I guess they did their job. But we need to play.
Oh no,
better.
they did not. They did not do their job. David De Gea did their job. They did
Okay,
not
fair.
try shit
Fair,
houses.
fair.
They let too many chances go through. So immediately they did nothing right.
Hey,
Whatever the
well,
game plan was, I didn't see it. I have to say
whatever the
that.
game
no,
plan
that's
was,
true.
you never do that game plan ever again in your life. That's how bad that game plan was. I don't know what
We
you
just
tried
told
doing going
everyone to
forward.
express themselves.
I don't know what you guys
It's
did
all over the place.
defensively. Well, I don't know what you told David, but if you tell David that again, it is what it is. I'll take it. But God, that was shocking.
First half, it just looked like they weren't breathed. It just looked like they
I've never seen more complacent football in my life. Honestly, it looked like
Dude.
people were going to dose on the pitch. It looked like United came for a dose on the pitch. Aye, these man better wake up. They better wake up for that final. Because I'm going to say this now. I don't back these guys to win a final. I can't. I don't want to die like this. I don't want to die like this. I'd rather be
I swear
happily
it took me
surprised. I'm going to think negative.
took me like 5
I'm gonna set
minutes
the
to
bar
figure out
low,
the formation.
and I'll see. Hey, yeah.
So it took me like 5 minutes to figure out the formation at the beginning of the game. Because I was like, what's going on?
And
Who's
the funny
going
thing was,
where?
when you sent that voice note, down in the pivot, I was like, he's not going to be the pivot. He's either going to be Cam,
Dude,
but probably Cam. I wasn't really thinking winger. And then I seen him left wing, and I was like, oh my God, what is going on? What is going on? Pogba
said
has
that,
been
then I went to-
performing left wing, and then all of a sudden you change it. Yeah.
dude. Like I said that I went to the United stand and I heard Flex say he's probably going to play on the right. I was like, I can see that happen, but I hope not. Left. No one saw this coming.
Yeah, but anyways, we move on to the to the player ratings. I don't think I have ever done this in my life for a guy who just conceded 3 goals. He made 10 saves today. He's the reason we single-handedly in the final. If it wasn't for your shit defenders in front of you, you'd be 100% getting a flawless 10. But I am going to give you 9, and my man of the match, insane. David De Gea, take a fucking bow, my boy. You single-handedly put us into the final today. My God, I know Cavani scored 2 goals, but my God, without David De Gea today, I mean, we all love Dino. We even said we'll back him to be number 1 today. But Dino has never had a game like that today, and that was prime David De Gea. No one comes close to prime David De Gea. So, God, I was not expecting prime David De Gea to come out today of all days to make 10 big saves and not win us the game, but put us through to the final. So, Phew, David, take a bow, guy. You getting a 9 out of 10 and conceding 3 goals is ridiculous. So yeah.
Yeah. Look, maybe I'm being arrogant, but he's not consistent enough. But the only other keeper I imagine putting on a performance like that is Manuel Neuer. Honestly, like that style of performance I don't see from any other keeper. So that really was prime the hair today. And yeah, I'm not interested. I think his goals, with these saves, without him we lose. So I'm gonna give him a 10 out of 10. Another match.
Yeah, I think it's that simple. The prime Dav De Gea right here was perfect. He saved us, and 10 saves, 10 out of 10. Simple as that.
Big dubs for David there. Man, flawless. He conceded 3 goals. Hey, that tells you everything. That tells you everything. And that's why everyone else is so small on my whiteboard, because I needed space. Because no one else is worth it. No one else really is worth it. But 2 other players on this whiteboard. No one deserves it. Now, before I go with, because I wrote down Tellers and Brandon Williams though, I just want a quick rating, no explanation really, but would you both say a 6 for Aaron and a 6 for Luke Shaw is probably fair? I don't think they were the best of games, but I think they didn't do bad.
Yeah, much like these two right now, I don't really remember what they did. So I'll agree with the 6.
Okay.
Yeah, I would push short answer of 5 and 6 for Aaron.
Man, I was just thinking. However, these two guys, woof. Starting with Alex Telles. Listen, since Telles has joined Manchester United, he was sold to be this amazing fullback going forward. You know, he was supposed to be even taking Luke Shaw's place. You know, at least playing a lot more games than he has been. But what we've come to realize is that he doesn't. Well, I'm gonna be a little bit fair to Telles. He had a shit game, but to be fair to Telles, this guy doesn't play enough. You know, he doesn't play enough. But for the times I have seen Telles, there's still not been one game where I've been like, wow, you know, what a left back, what a fullback. And today, God, he is a liability defensively. He is I think even Prime Telles will be a liability defensively. Going forward, like I said, I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it from Alex Telles, but I don't blame him. I do blame Oli a lot. Because like I said, Telles should be playing a lot more games than he is getting now. But for today, him and Brandon Williams, and with those 2 people also in the middle, nearly choked a 6-2 aggregate game. And I can't accept that. I don't care how rusty you are. You could put me there today at left back and I would have done a fucking better job than what Alex Telles did. You know, so, oh my God, I'm giving Telles a 0. He was Roma's best player.
Jeez. Yeah, no, but I completely blame Ole on this one because I'll use the example of Fred. Before Ole came in, Fred never ever played, and who was Fred? You know, and I know he's not pulling out trees now, but he's much better, and that's because of game time. And Telles just never plays. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what Ole wants. Because when we do get cover in every single position, what's stopping him from still doing this in that period? So, yeah, it's disappointing. And Telles, there's a shambles at the back. Honestly, it was just shambles. So I'm going to give him a 1.
Yeah, again, Telles has not lived up to the hype at all, but I do think that's mostly down to Ali. I think the blame it does live and die with Ali today for the bad performance, but it was still a terrible performance by him. 0 is very justified. I think he could be I think he could be the reason we actually conceded 3. Like all 3 of those goals, I feel like I can pinpoint to him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I honestly can. That's the issue of today. It was terrible, but we have to move. And he needs more game time.
Yeah, you have to. We have to. Hey, I guess the only positive is Telles ain't playing in the final at least. Though. Oof, thank goodness. But yeah,
Unless Shaw gets injured.
Unless Shaw gets injured by now, touch wood. Because then I don't want to see it. But anyways, Maguire and Bailly. Clayton summed it up in our group chat. Maguire couldn't mark a bottle on the pitch. And he can't. This man. He had Bailly today. I'm going to mark them both once off. Bailly today was one of those players who we know Bailly is quality. We know. We've seen Bailly being quality. We all say Bailly is probably our best centre-back, to be honest. But today was rust. And he recovered from COVID. And you know, it's just how Baye is. I think I even said in the preview, you know, Baye can play, and we could have a game exactly like today, and it could just Baye being Baye, you know. So we know that happened, and today it happened. Generally, these two aren't bad. They have been the best centre back partnership, really, that we've tried at Manchester United. But today, God, Maguire, I don't know what you think you captain. You're not a captain. You just to allow that slide. I don't know how. So I'm giving Maguire a 2, and I'll give Baye a 3. Just because of Baye, that one run he made. Just because of the one run he made, and he bottled the pass. But he should have had an assist. But that's the only reason I'm giving Baye a 3.
Yeah, no, I've defended this guy in the past, and look, I'm not sure. I've always preferred him over Lindelof, but the jury's not out there. But what I saw today is the glaring fact that Harry Maguire's not good enough. He is just not good enough for Manchester United because simple things. It's like when he's under pressure, he just switches off. I don't know if it's the first Roma goal. Like, I don't know who scored. It was Dzeko. I think it was Dzeko.
Yeah, just
He's
thank you
not
for the first
in
one.
Dzeko. He's by Dzeko, they cross the ball. Watch your man. Van Dijk would never make such a simple mistake. Yes, obviously you're going to ball watch, you're going to look at the ball, but then you must be conscious of the man behind you.
Evans
Not
would
Harry
make that
Maguire.
mistake. Never mind Virgil van Dijk. Come on.
Not Harry Maguire. He's gone and just leaves him free.
Yeah.
Your man, captain of Manchester United. And when I saw that, I was just like, what? What future is there in this guy? So, yeah, I'm going to give him a 0. Thought he was atrocious today.
Baye.
Oh, he looked a little bit proactive with the starts, but yeah, he just looked dizzy in the second half as well. So I'll match your 3.
Yeah, I think the one positive is before Roma actually turned on the gas, I think they look like a decent partnership. You could see the promise there that we've seen all season long building up with them. You could see Maguire being somewhat confident in the air, Baye sweeping up nicely, but it just went to shit suddenly. Baye just got really reckless. Fouls are going out left, right, and center. Sometimes I thought Fred was giving away the fouls, and then I just see it's Baye when it zooms in on the camera. I was just astounded at how far up the pitch he was at times, and how aggressive he was in some of those challenges. And Roma had a lot of set pieces, and they're very dangerous on set pieces. That's the one thing I would be saying if I was a coach in that room. Don't give them set pieces. What do? You play Baye, who's always a yellow card risk, who's always just waiting, a slide tackle waiting to happen. And he showed that a lot today.
Mm-hmm.
And Maguire in general just was terrible, was not anywhere near good enough. And it needs to be improved upon.
We need to we need to check out the people we sign. But when on this bloke.
We don't know how to start, boy. I'm sorry, we just don't. We don't.
And when I think back, Falcao, Sanchez, we keep making these dumb mistakes, and it's just saddening.
Exactly. So yeah, for me, I want to be a little bit more fair and just go 3s all round.
Hat-trick for Eric Baye.
Europa League finalists.
Exactly.
Wow. Though I think this says a lot about the Europa League, though.
Yeah, true. I mean, you can play like that and get away with it. God.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing I have to say is just second half United and second half Roma last game are ridiculous. It was such polar opposites. Roma looked like a dead team. They looked like they were playing third division Italian football. They didn't know how to kick the ball properly. And then today, they just showed us a completely different team. Maybe it's because we just weren't good enough. Maybe we didn't put the same amount of pressure on them.
We tried to disrespect them. That's what happened. We tried to disrespect them.
It feels like we tried to disrespect them, and then they went, yeah, we're actually a decent footballing side. Respect us. And they nearly walked away with it today.
In a way, it was a lot like our 2 games against Leipzig.
Yeah, exactly. We win the first leg comfortably, and then second leg we take the piss and just get complacent.
And
suddenly we get smacked, yeah. It's not okay. That mentality is not okay.
In my head, I feel like I got smashed today. I can't lie. I feel like I got smashed today. I feel like my club, Manchester United,
lucked out.
got smashed today. So, yeah, hey, not a good thing. Anyways, moving forward. I'm not going to even say anything, you know what? Yeah, I don't want to go on in the kid. I'm going to give him 1. I think same thing like Taylor's, never plays. had that massive head injury, which I actually forgot. I seen it on Twitter today. Someone made a good point, and that's why I want to bring it up. Is that Brandon Williams, before that massive head injury and before he was forgotten about, was a beast. I said he was going to take Luke Shaw's spot.
He took a head injury and switched sides.
Exactly. And then ever since that head injury, he's never been the same, this young lad, and he was forgotten about. But yeah, today also same with Tedis. Every goal that came, it just, you guys are falling apart at fullbacks. You guys are playing like centre backs, you know, and you were shit at centre backs. So yeah, 1 as well for Brandon Williams.
They're very tight. That's one thing we didn't touch on today. They were very tight to the centre backs.
And I really think about it, it makes sense. I guess there's the argument if Shaw and Thingy didn't go off, it probably wouldn't have been like it was in the second half. But we had a crab centre back, then next to a rusty one, and 2 fullbacks who never play. It was a recipe for disaster. So
It was.
yeah, no, I'll agree with your one. I didn't really see what he did.
Yeah. I saw him at playing for one of the goals, basically, and that's it. I didn't see him anywhere else in the game, so I'll get the one.
Poor Brandon.
Yeah. Feels bad, but I understand his youth. I understand he's only going to get better. But right now, he isn't that yet.
Yep.
And no game time hurts. More than anything else. That
Exactly.
Southampton move should have happened. Come on.
It should have. A loan move, Fulham move, any loan move. I'll take it. Because I do still think there's a play in there, but yeah,
So
he
do I,
needs
yeah.
game time. He needs game time. But yeah, anyways.
I mean, I think, what's his name again? I think Walker Peters got loaned to
You okay or
Southampton
not,
from Tottenham.
Oh no, he's
And-
permanent now.
Yeah, okay,
Gotcha.
it's permanent now. But he got so much better. Like, he was irrelevant to
Exactly.
Tottenham.
The game time goes so far. Look at Tarek Lamptey.
I mean, look at
He's
freaking
nothing at
look at
Chelsea.
Messi Lingard. Mad.
The loans do wonders for players. They really do.
Yeah.
And if just consistent game time can do wonders, and I want that for Brandon Williams because he has the heart of United, and I want to see him play a lot.
Yes. It's a massive difference between game time and training.
Yeah.
Exactly. But anyways, we move on to this pivot, this nightmare for pivot. My boy
Dead
Pogba.
pivot.
My boy Pogba has been there. He's been up with the gods. He's been showing why I am Paul Pogba. Then he gets put next to Fred in the pivot, and he's like, "Boy, I need you to not go up. You stay. You stay. You park it. You shithouse it." And then
Makes no sense.
and then it's back to the Pogba we don't like to see. It's back to the Pogba where it's like, you know, people are gonna blame him because they're like, what did Pogba do? You know, what did he really do? He had a shit game. And then we have Fred next to him. For I can't remember which of the goals. But I think it's the second goal. Where he just let it in. He just let it in. He watched it. He watched it edge of the box. He's like, you shoot. And it went in. He did get an assist though. Pastor did get an assist, so it kind of saved him. Just a little bit. It's kind of saved him. But I'm very disappointed by Oli, not these players. I'm very disappointed. I think, you know, you don't really want to play this pivot. I'd rather have Donny next to Fred. So I'll give Paul Pogba a 5, and I'll give Fred a 5 as well.
Like, I feel I feel hard for highlighting Pogba because I don't see how this is his fault. Like, it's clear what he's good at. Like, it's crystal clear. And this manager did the same thing as West Ham. And if I remember the pattern of that game, first half we were decent, Pogba on the wing. They put him in the 6, we died out. And then we came back towards the end. It was at West Ham. I'm forgetting, it was at Old Trafford. I'm forgetting what team it was. And then we got better as Pogba started pushing up. So it's so obvious. He's a better, at least for us, he's more effective offensively. So,
Exactly.
yeah, I don't have to judge
A
it for
blind
the
man could have
performance
told you that.
itself.
That's all I have to say. Blind man could have told you Pogba's effective
Yeah.
offensively. While he doesn't see
Yeah.
that, I don't know who would. I can't.
Yeah, so I don't have to judge it for the game itself, but our match, our match of 5. He was decent in retaining the ball.
Yeah,
Wasn't
it's not
great.
a bad game, really. It's just below par for Paul Pogba.
Yeah. And Fred, oh Lord, like
Sisters
it's your
class.
job. It's your job to be press resistant in his position, and he was directly at fault. I'm forgetting for what goal
I
it is.
think
So
it's
he
the
got
second one. Yeah, I
pickpocketed,
think it's the second.
I think it was
and they
second.
scored. Yeah, so I can't forgive that. I'm gonna give him a 1.
Well, I'll start with positives. And I thought Fred was actually really good today up until that mistake. I thought Fred looked very good again. I thought he found his ground playing that somewhat box-to-box role again. I thought we found the energetic engine and workhorse that Fred has been for the majority of the season up until this point. And I just thought he was really good. I thought up until that mistake, he was probably our best midfielder, and he also walked out the assists. So on paper, he was looking like really good. Shot for a potential like secondary man of the match if De Gea didn't do his magic. I do think Fred was that good today. Going forward, actually linking up play and just being a presence, a nuisance. It was good from him. You didn't see that often. But that mistake, he just overplayed the ball, gave away possession, and then goal. That's why. Just why. So I really rated his performance today, but that glaring mistake is just too much. I'm going to grade the 5. And then Pogba today, I felt he tried to use his flair way too much. I felt sometimes he needed that simple 1-2. He needed a quick pass, and then other times he's trying to rainbow flick someone. It felt like he was always trying to do something a little too much. And I'd just see him lose possession, or I'd see him play a simple back pass. He offered as much as McTominay does, and I don't know why we're using Paul Pogba as McTominay replacement right now. That's not how he should be used. So I do blame Ali for this, but it was poor from Pogba as well, so I'm going to grade the 5.
Actually, if you remember correctly, I used to complain a lot about him shielding the ball there and using his trickery in those areas. And if you think about it, if you do that in the more offensive areas, the risk is so much less.
Exactly.
So
we win games in the defensive areas and we lose games in the defensive areas.
Because it makes people stressed out.
It's simple. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Now, if you're doing those things,
you can't be doing it in our own box.
Turnover.
It's next to no risk if you're in the opposition half. But if
it's
you're
a
in
good
your
point,
own
actually.
half,
It's almost like Ollie's trying to play McFred, but with Paul Pogba.
Yeah.
And he's hoping he's just better because he's Paul Pogba. But it is dead. Ollie's pivots are dead. They are so dead. It's unbelievable how dead the pivots are. So
it's like
needs to change next season for sure.
I'm gonna play Donny on the left, not in terms of some plan or in the future purpose, just because I want to fit him in the team, because these fans are being loud and I need to quiet them down. That's what it seemed like.
I agree with that. I think he just put Donny today for the sake of playing Donny. He didn't really care where Donny played. Whether it was right wing, Cam, false nine, he was just gonna play Donny wherever to make the fans happy. But I seen straight through it. I seen Donny left wing and I was like, no, please no. And he had a stinker. But we'll get to Donny now. Bruno, I think he actually had a good game. I can't lie. He got an assist. If that scorpion kick went in, I was going to lose my mind. He was getting mad at the match. 10 out of 10. But, obviously it didn't come off, I think. But after that, really, other than moments today, it felt like Bruno really wasn't playing for me. I didn't notice Bruno.
I think today was moments for United in general.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way to sum it up.
But I actually did think Bruno played well today. He should have had 2 assists. The one he put Cavani with I don't even know how he passed the ball to Cavani with the through ball. 1-on-1, Cavani misses it. Then a beautiful cross to Cavani's head. Good goal. Gets an assist. Should have had another one. I think he always puts everything on the pitch. So I'm going to give Bruno a 7.
Yeah, no, it's the Bruno we've been seeing for recent weeks, I think. Or before Pogba started playing on the left. He's irrelevant until he isn't, and he just gets that assist out of nowhere, and that's what I saw today. I didn't see him be as productive or get on the ball as much as he did in the first leg. So I'll give him a 6.5.
Yeah, I'm more with Shoni. I think it was just a good performance from him. Whenever he had the ball, it looked like something was going to happen. But I do get where you're coming from, saying that he wasn't as involved. But I do think it was still a good performance overall. And it looks like Bruno's found his form again, which is great. We need it. We rely on it so much. Please, Bruno, stay on form. It's a big few weeks coming up. And season's nearly over. We need you. But yeah, I agree. It's a good performance.
Yeah, and plus, Bruno would want to perform because he wants to keep it up because he's chasing Golden Boot for Europa League. He's chasing obviously his golden assist in the Premier League. He's not going Golden Boot in the Premier League, but he might get the assist one. He could. We did a madness, but he could get the assist one. He wants Premier League Player of the Season. If he wins Europa, and wins Premier League Player of the Year. There's no reason really why not to win a Ballon d'Or, hypothetically speaking. So there's a lot relying on Bruno, to be honest. There's a lot riding on Bruno. So yeah, I'm expecting a big few weeks for Bruno Fernandes, and I hope he must just deliver. Just needs to deliver. Like what he does, just do what Bruno does, and we'll be fine. So it's fine.
Yeah.
Yo, the next man though, oof, breaks my heart. Yeah, I love Donny van de Beek, but God, he was dog today. He was dog. He's not a left winger. I think someone said Donny has only played 400 minutes, so it's like less than 5 games this season for Manchester United. Less than 5 games, and we've played just about over 50 games at Manchester United. That says everything you need to know about Donny van de Beek's career at Manchester United. And to be honest, I don't think it's going to get any better. I know we can hope about next season, but I don't see it getting any better. And I think Donny, for the best of his interest, should probably leave Manchester United. I think if it was Jack Grealish, we'd have a whole different story, because that's clearly what Ollie thinks Donny is, you know, Jack Grealish type or Bruno type player. But he's not. He's not. He's meant to be in the pivot. He's meant to be playing ahead of McFred. He's supposed to be our 3rd best midfielder, but he's not even our 5th choice, not even our 6th choice, not even our 10th choice sub. He's getting violated. Stinker today. Ollie will use today's game as an excuse not to play Donny again. So I don't think you'd be seeing Donny in the next few games. I'll be honest with you. Even though we're playing 4 games in the space of like 3 days, I don't think we are going to be seeing Donny van de Beek after today. I think we won't see Donny van de Beek for the rest of the season. But
I think
today,
one more performance, honestly.
maybe one off the bench. I don't think a start.
Yeah.
I don't think a start. I think Donny's probably done starting.
I
for
think
us this
one
season.
start, just one.
We
They'll
need
probably
him to
half
start.
themselves.
We need him to
Without
start.
pitches.
We do need him to start.
We do.
But I don't see it. I don't see it. And I think today's game is going to be Ollie's. He's nail in the coffin for Donny. I think that's what it is today. And I'm going to give. Oh, yeah. This is Ollie's fault. This rating is Ollie's fault. I'm going to give Donny a 4. Dreadful.
I'm sick of it, honestly. Like, Donny gets violated at this. And I hate how pundits are so indifferent to it. Like, they never talk about how he's being played out of position. They're always like, oh, he's not taking his chances, and things like that. Like, he's never really ever played in his best position. And the one game he did in the Champions League, he was freaking amazing. So it's honestly annoying because we have a
Extra
talented
bread
player.
on my
here.
dad.
Yeah.
the Premier
And
League League straight
Ole
there.
is just taking the piss. On the left. Nah, Ole. Nah, fam. I'm not having it. Donny gets an 8 for me. I'm not having it.
8.
You know, Chinny, don't man of the match, 12 out of 10.
Oh,
But
my
yeah,
heart's broken for Donny.
yeah, heart's definitely broken for Donny. But it was a poor performance. He's not built for the wing in the slightest. He's never been a flair player. He's not a pacey player. He's quick, but he's not someone who can live on and die on the wing. So I didn't expect that from him. And this performance sums it up. He's not supposed to be there. He tried to do what Rashford did to an extent, and at times he was just another 10. At times he was a shadow striker right behind Cavani, at times in front of Cavani. And yeah, he just didn't
It's like
understand
he
his
was never
position at
left
all.
wing. Yeah, it was like he was actually never left wing.
He was really left wing. The one time he was left wing was when he cut in and then he just took a terrible first touch. I remember that. And the defender just swept and I was like, okay, thanks, Donny. It was ridiculous. But yeah, it was a poor performance overall. And I just want better from him. I want him to be treated better at this club and support.
Right. Rest in peace, Donny van de Beek. Because I think your career is, if it keeps going, it's gonna be dusted, my boy. You need to do something, force a move, speak out
Worst decision
publicly.
of his life.
This is
If he doesn't
bad,
get his
boy.
playtime next season, definitely.
Yeah, because this is bad. Not even
So-
just if you get left wing, even no. You need to play pivot next year. You need to play pivot. Well,
I'm
not next year,
telling
next season. Or
If
is
this
it-
guy had gone to Barcelona, he'd be playing.
That's the thing. I think people forget this. This man was
He went
wanted
to
by
Roma,
Barca,
running
by
circles around
Madrid,
people.
by Juve. He's that type of player. He's tidy. He's not too ridiculous creativity. He's not a tank like Kante defensively. He's just tidy and works in the system. He works in the system. You put him next to Fred. You have Bruno ahead of him, Pogba left wing. We shine. He's press resistant. He never loses the ball really when he's passing and he's in it. You know, he gets the odd goal here and there. He gets the odd assist here and there. Is what you want really as a perfect player. Not the CDM, not the cam.
Like-
He's just in between. He's both.
I love my club, but he should have followed the steps of Holland. Like, why would you go to United? You're going to F up your
But
career.
you could have just done the De
Never
Jong
go
move,
to
just go
United.
straight to Barca from Ajax. Like, it was on the table for him.
It's
He
just
chose
they
a
didn't have the money,
great
and we
choice.
did, and that's how we got it. And that's how we got it. And Ollie was clearly upset because he was like, I wanted Jack Grealish, I wanted the handsome bloke. I'm not saying Donny's not handsome, but I wanted the handsome bloke, and you're giving me this Dutch fellow, you know. So, yeah, Ollie threw his toys out the pram, and now Donny's suffering because of it. And you know,
Exactly.
he's a fan favorite, Donny Van de Beek, so it's not gonna go well. I think that's the one player no one really. Actually, to be honest, I don't even know anymore because I have been seeing Ollie sexuals on Twitter, actually backing Ollie, not picking Donny because of performances like today, you know. So yeah, it is what it is. But anyways, we move on to
One thing I have to say to that is just remember when Paul Pogba left out of Mourinho's team just because.
yeah, exactly.
Just remember, it's the same
Exactly.
thing. It's the same thing right
It's the
now.
same thing.
Actually. Actually.
But anyways, you move on to Moloto's favorite player in Manchester United, Edison Cavani. He's number 9. You know, he's striker. I'm not going to violate him today. Actually, let me violate him. He should have had 2 more goals. 100% should have had 2 more goals. I don't know why he chipped him. Could have had the assist, or he could have buried the first one. He violated Bruno 1-on-1 again. So he missed 2 1-on-1s today. But he scored 2 amazing goals. He scored 2 absolutely amazing goals. The header, for me, was that was the goal. That is what I want Edison Cavani to do. That's what I pictured him to do, and that's what I expected Cavani to do. That goal, like I said, is one of my favorites. It's a Bruno amazing cross into the box, above average header for sure. It goes in. He scores 2 goals. He backed up Greenwood in a fight. I like that a lot. Can't lie. He won some brownie points after he did that. And if it wasn't for Dev there, I'd probably say man of the match. But yeah, I'm gonna give Cavani an 8 today. But he could have had 4 goals.
Yeah, no, it's clear Cavani is one of those strikers. He will miss some, but he will score a lot. So you can forgive him for that. And really, I don't have a problem for that. And contrary to popular belief on this channel, I actually rate Martial. So I know what you're talking about.
No.
But-
This is your strike. Ento's back in training, by the way. He's back in
For
training.
me, when he comes back, the jury's not out on Cavani starting. I would like to see them both get game time and then just. But nah, I'll match you 8. I think he had a good game.
I actually low-key think that now that Tony's back training, it could fuck up our front three again. That I think like, you know,
I was thinking.
if we start switching and changing again, and God help Martial not performing, God help Anthony Martial not performing, and if he drops Cavani for it, I'm never gonna hear the end of it from this fan base. I will never hear the end of it from this fan base. Obviously, I'm fine with it. I'm fine because you know Anto's my boy. He is my number 9. I'm not afraid to say that. But the fan base, the majority of the fan base, will lose their minds if it goes south. So yeah.
Can't let that happen.
Like-
We can't.
I was thinking during the game, like, if all I wanted a striker, why the fuck did we sell Lukaku?
Yeah, that's the thing.
It makes no sense. Why on earth? It's like he just changed his mind, you know, which indicates no plan again. Because I think it was clear that Martial was the way he wants to go. Because if I remember correctly, Lukaku left because he knew when he starts and Martial would start. All of a sudden now, it's not like that. I know you
Same
can
thing.
say it's
I
very
wouldn't be
board,
surprised
but
next
still.
season Martial's our number 1 striker again, but then the next season we get Harry Kane and then Martial's forgotten about again. I won't be surprised because that's just how Martial's career evidently is at Manchester United. Violation, like Don, but not to that extent, but like Don, violation.
Manchester United is the clown house. There's no plan. It's love.
Exactly.
It's honestly a joke.
Exactly. Okay, it's time for me to complain about Cavani in your
I
back to your
can't
normal view.
complain. I complained about there's 2 setters, but yeah, that's all I can complain.
The one thing I hate about Edinson Cavani is everybody praises his fantastic movements. He's always got that striker's instinct. He's always in the right place at the right time. I saw him standing dead still while people were on the wing waiting to cross. I saw this man multiple times today just sit and watch balls fly past him. again and again and again and again. He left people to take on defenders one-on-one while he stayed edge of the box. That is not a striker with pristine movements and one of the world's best strikers to me. I will slate him every week I see this because it's not acceptable for people to just carry on going, yeah, Varney's the man. He's always in the right place at the right time.
I think we
Refuse-
slate
I
Cavani
don't-
more also because of just how much people live up his ass. I think that's a big reason why I slate Cavani. Because I'm like,
I
he's
think
not
we
this
need to
god. He's not god.
Exactly.
I think we need to make something clear, and I'll try and make it clear. Cavani is no Suarez. He's not Lewandowski. He's not. Who else is on that bracket? Heck, I might even say Aguero, but Aguero was injured.
Kane.
He's not in that level,
Yeah.
but he's just below that. So he's not perfect. He will make mistakes. He will have games where he doesn't do those things that he's renowned for. I would never say he's perfect at movement. No, I mean, he does it off games. But I think it's clear that this guy has one of the best movements in the world. We hear it from people from inside the training. We've heard it from pundits. So I do believe that's true. But this guy's not perfect. He's not as Zlatan. He's not at that level.
Even Zlatan, I would add Zlatan in that category. People were saying, is Edison Cavani a better signing than Zlatan was for us? For me, no!
He's
For
not.
me, I remember this. I've got a
No way.
Zlatan t-shirt. Zlatan, that season when he came, him and Pogba carried Manchester United.
If
Two
Zlatan,
men.
if Zlatan wasn't at PSG and at a more progressive team, I think he would have won Ballon d'Or. Honestly, do. I think he was that good.
But I will also defend Cavani because Zlatan, I do also remember Zlatan missing a shitload of chances as well. So yeah.
Yeah, but admittedly, Cavani obviously had a good game. I just wanted to slate him, get it out of the way, and just get that done. That's all I wanted to do.
Hey, the Cavani agendas.
Yeah, exactly. It's just because of all the Cavani sexuals. It's as simple as that. That's all I have to say. But I do think overall it was good. His positioning at the end of the day when it was needed was there. So I can't really complain when he is getting 2 goals at the end of the day.
Yeah, what? I'm not
it's
picking
fine.
now. I'm not picking. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. His I'm
But
not
I'm also
picking
not
because
picking,
I
'cause he
want
fucking should
to
have had
upset
2
you
extra
guys. I want
goals.
to upset you, you fools. So he's the greatest mover ever to touch
The
the
greatest
cricket.
striker I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, no, you could get disrespected for a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, it was good. It was good enough, and it actually saw us through this game again. Once again, relying on some individual brilliance, because he had some fantastic finishing today to carry us through. So yeah, it was a great day.
Yeah. 80. Hat-trick.
It's weird. Man scores 2 goals, and we're still not
Now-
giving higher than an
Now
8.
I know exactly
Tough
what
to say.
everyone's gonna say about the next one.
He missed the sitter.
Exactly.
Missed the
I know,
sitter.
that's what I'm saying. I know exactly what everyone's gonna say.
Change Cavani to
Let me
a
expose you. This man
Mason.
is always slating Cavani on his
No,
status.
no, I'm getting-
And Mason missed the sitter. He
Think
says it in
about
such a
it.
nice way. It's calm down, mate. Double
Listen,
standard.
listen. Mason missed the fucking sitter today also. Oh, he missed the bad one as well. Oh, he missed the bad one. I don't think it was as bad as Cavani's ones today, but it was bad. Like, you bet your house Mason Greenwood scoring that goal.
Even the commentator said,
Yeah, I mean, everyone was shocked. They're like, that didn't go in? How didn't that go in? It's Mason Greenwood. You're thinking, this is a goal. This is a goal. How it wasn't a goal? Oh, I don't know. You left me to die today, my son. He actually left. I couldn't be a proud dad today. I was like this. I was even thinking it. As soon as that ball went to Mason, I was like, yeah, I want to say it on the show. It's going to be 1 chance, 1 goal. But instead it was 1 chance, no goal, and that was it. That Mason didn't get anything after that. Mason didn't get anything. Mason really didn't do anything. I don't think it's Mason's fault, but I won't beat too much of a hypocrite because, like I said, I would have bet my house on Mason Green scoring that goal today. So very disappointed he did not score that goal today. But I'm gonna smack Mason because he's my son. I have to. I'm his dad. So I'm gonna give Mason a kick up his ass today. That man looked complacent today. I mean, yes, I know you're young and stuff, but you need to be serious. I want you to take out Cavani. So and it's good competition. It's good to have that competition. But yeah, today Mason, you left me to die. You left me to die. So I'm gonna give Mason a 5.
I'm not having it. Guys are always slating Cavani. He was dead food today. He missed the sitter. I'm not having it. I was going to give him a 5, but because he gave him a 5, I'm going to give him a 4.
Yeah, In all honesty, he was as dead as Donny. Let's be
He was
real
as
here.
dead
He
as
was as
Donny.
dead as Donny. He contributed as much as Donny. It's only fair he gets the floor, I think. I think it's simple
That
as that
sitter
for
does
Mason.
not help. That, if you scored that sitter, oh, you best believe I was 1 in 1 chance on paper, 10 out.
Yeah, exactly. But nothing. What's up? What's up?
Yeah, but he left the guy with that one. Yeah, Mason. I seen it. I seen the ball over the top. I seen the volley getting set up. I'm like, here it is. Here it is. The 1 in 1. And then it went wide. I was like, and everyone was shocked. Everyone was shocked. So, it is what it is.
What, stood silent for a minute.
Yeah, it was like a minute of silence when Mason misses that. However, though, that it just shows you also, to bring my Cavani agenda back into it. It shows you that, the world goes silent when Mason misses that. When Cavani misses that, it's like, another one. But anyways, moving on. Before we goes on a tangent for another hour, we'll go on a tangent to this one. Molotov, why don't you go first today? I want to see what you have to say about this man today. I'm not going to interrupt. You boy, you go.
Ole is his worst enemy. This is the chance. You scored 6 goals in the first leg. You come here and you let them have it. You play good football. We go to the final. We're progressing as a club. But no. He has to put on an assumption. He has to just fuck things up. Today was a shit show. Today was horrible. Like from the shape, from putting Donny on the left, the Pogba in the middle, the defense. We didn't look like the same team. We were back in Jan where you guys kept saying individual brilliance. I was like, no. We're back there. We look like that team. And it's so annoying because, yes, the progress has been led to in terms of how we play football, but you've been seeing it ever since specifically Pogba moved to the left, and there was none of that today. And his decision making was just atrocious. So, yeah, minus 1,000. It was horrible today.
Okay, would you like to take the step after that one, boy? I applaud you, I applaud you, because that, oof.
I honestly don't have too much to add. So what Melissa said there. So yeah, for once we're in agreement.
We're in agreement for once,
A nice short Ollie segment. He is shit. He shithoused his way to getting 2 goals today somehow, and he shithoused David De Gea getting 10 saves somehow today. This was complete individual brilliance and complete complacency from the team around him. He did nothing to inspire them to make sure to go through with full confidence for the final. There was none of that today. Saw no drive, saw no work rates. I saw the one thing he's supposed to be good at, man management, just blow up in his face. His subs were dreadful. He let our star players play way too long, and he even let Rashford come on. That is not okay. That is just not okay. Rashford was supposed to have a night off. He was supposed to go feed some children in the UK. Instead, he went to Rome. No, not okay, Ollie. So yeah, I'm just gonna stick on my 0 to 10 scale and go to 0. Thank you.
You see, now I was
With nights like this, he proves that Ole Out is right because it just looks like it's too much. Final. Looks like there's too much pressure for him because to just collapse like we did today is unacceptable.
Mm-hmm. Now, usually I was gonna give him a 0. I can't lie to you, but I think today is a good day. It's a good day. For once, Moloto has seen the light. He's seen the light today. So I'm gonna match Moloto as well. I'll give him a minus 1,000. Because how you nearly took that is beyond me. It is beyond me. Your decision making, just basically you on a weekly basis, on a game to game basis. It's just how you are. I give you an 8, I think, last time, because I actually felt like last week I didn't really blame it for you, because like I said, the players they were diseased that day, but today, my boy, you
poisoned them.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. So yeah. Ollie did nothing right today. Not one thing right. Now even the players were actually they were good. I was happy with the team. I wanted Ahmad, but I was good. But then you fucked the team somehow. You somehow fucked that team up. I don't know how you did it, but yeah.
Dude, like the lineup we want, the best lineup on paper, Ole found a way to just fuck it up. It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. You can't.
Didn't work for 45. Just switch it, Ollie. Just switch it.
Ollie, I must give it to Ollie though. I applaud at how much this man fucking disappointing. It is ridiculous. As I still haven't seen it all. I've been Ollie out for almost a year now, and I still haven't seen it all.
Grand final.
This is ridiculous.
It's like he was sitting in his office and he was like, okay, how can I fuck this up? It just seems like that.
Ollie you might actually enjoy this, you know. You might be like, you know what, I'm gonna be the first manager in the world where I play the worst teams, the worst tactics, but I want to see how far I can go. And he's actually might win a Europa League. Because the scariest thing, I seen a tweet and I laughed at it, but I was like crying laughing about it. Someone was like, if we play like that in the final, there's no ways. Well, he didn't say there's no ways we can win. He said, I basically worry for us. And then the first reply was, don't worry, you will still somehow manage to win the game. And it's fucking true. We are so bad, but we still. I actually don't know anymore. I don't even want to try figure it out. I don't want to try explain it. It's beyond me at this point. This is something out of human control. This is now on another. It's on a god level, superhuman level. This what is happening at Manchester United. It's unexplainable. It's unexplainable what is happening. But yeah, anyways, gentlemen, games coming thick and fast. I must say, the message still remains clear. You know, the Glazers, if anyone hasn't seen, basically a Sky reporter found Avron Glazer, like, you know, in the streets of I think California or wherever he is in America, hounded him, basically asking him questions. Not one word was said from him. Basically kept quiet, just got into his Aston Martin, drove away. You know, just typical what you really expect from a Glazer, I guess. You know, so the message is clear. Glazers out. Brackets Ollie out for me. But you know, we move on with the bigger picture. And we're in a Europa League final somehow, some way. It shouldn't have had to be stressful today, but it was. But we're in a final. Games are coming thick and fast, like I said. We will be here though. Clay might not be here because, as you can see, his man's already tossing. He needs to wake up early again tomorrow. So Clay might not be here along the whole way, but Malot and I will definitely be here. And yeah, if you are new, do subscribe, do smash a like, do let us know your guys' man of the match, your Ollie ratings, and we will check you all, I think tomorrow, for the next show. Check you.